Hey, well, hello. I'm Chris from Las Vegas, and unfortunately, it's my Monday. And I have a question for you. I'm delivering pizza, I'm driving around Las Vegas, and I've got a question. What do you want to be for Halloween? Now, because of COVID, Halloween isn't being celebrated in every city. I know the CDC has a new directive. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada. So the CDC directive for Halloween in our state and in our city is that it's a high-risk activity. Now, since it's a high-risk activity, of course, gloves and masks are recommended. But there's some regulations on what kind of mask you should be wearing. And basically to protect yourself from COVID at the same time. So you don't want to go out and celebrate Halloween and get sick at the same time. So if you want to avoid that, by all means, wear gloves, wear masks. Now, regular masks, as in protective masks, and of course, protective gloves. But I want to know what you want to be for Halloween. For myself, I would love to be Kitar Bear. Who is Kitar Bear? Kitar Bear, he's a busker who lives in, I believe he lives in Boston, and basically he plays guitar on street corners, dressed up like a bear. I believe you never see the movie Ted. I believe he's wearing a Ted costume. Basically, he plays wicked guitar on street corners, and has made quite a following for himself. I believe he's even sponsored by the Elise's Vortex. So, Kitar Bear, that's who I want to be for Halloween. Now, since Halloween is regulated this year, they don't recommend that you double up on your masks. Now, they want you to be safe and wear this kind of mask, of course, to protect yourself. But they don't want you wearing one of these. Da, da, da. Of course, I'm doing this video while I'm driving, right? They don't want you to wear one of these and then a full cover mask. Now, why not? Because it's a choking hazard, because it's a suffocation hazard. You've got too many layers on you. So if I'm going to wear my Kitar Bear outfit, I am not going to wear a mask underneath. Now, am I going to a Halloween party? Am I running around in an outfit on Halloween? No, I'm not. Since I live in a chill neighborhood, there's only one house in the neighborhood that does trick-or-treating and gives out candy to all the kids. They've regulated it that way because I live in an HOA, and they did that just to keep the kids safe. And I honestly didn't read the newsletter this month. I don't know if they're even going to do that this year in my neighborhood for Halloween. Now, again, I would stress if you're going to celebrate Halloween, that you look around and look at the different rules in your city and in your state to see if they're even celebrating Halloween. Now, as far as other costumes that are safe that you can wear, I would suggest wearing something that shows your entire face, and then wear a mask on top of that just to protect yourself. Now, I got a couple of things from the dollar store. Even though I've got like a whole closet of professional costumes, I love that cheesy stuff at the dollar store because you could only get it once a year. So let's see. Oh, by the way, since I deliver pizza, I wear stuff like this all the time. I dress as pizza as I deliver pizza. So ironically, I already wear costumes every day for work. Now, if you want to be safe and wear a mask, again, I would stress you wear one of these masks that show your entire face. So there's no risk of no risk of losing air, no risk of suffocation by wearing multiple layers. Now remember, wearing a mask and then one of these to protect yourself and others, that's a good. But wearing a mask and then wearing something completely that covers your face, that's a bad. Now, since I figured that out, I've got more than a couple of outfits that cover my head, but not my entire face. By the way, I read an article years ago on the psychology of Halloween costumes. Did you know that your Halloween costume that you pick will say a lot about your personality? Now, I read this article, I think it's several years ago. It was written by a psychologist, and the question that the article posed is that when you pick your Halloween costume, you either pick one of three choices. You pick the person you want to be, or you pick your exact opposite, or you pick who you really are on the inside, but you don't show the real world. Now, there's a psychology to that. When you pick somebody that you want to be, let's say that you're a pizza delivery guy and you want to really be a doctor, maybe I would go to a Halloween costume dressed as a doctor. That would be something I want to be. Now, let's say you dress up as something opposite. Uh, let's say I'm a really nice guy in my regular life, but I always wanted to be a mean bad guy. That would be me dressing up as a mean bad guy, you know, on Halloween, because it's my opposite. Now, as for the third thing, dressing up for how you really are, like let's say the person that you don't always show the world, I kind of do that a lot myself. I wear a lot of funky clothes every time I go out in the world. I dress like I said, I deliver pizza and I dress like pizza as I deliver pizza. So you should see what I wear when I go to the supermarket. I dress like a heavy metal punk when I go to the supermarket. So I would guess that number three is where I fall in. I wear who I really am on the inside, on the outside, not just on Halloween, but most of the day of my life. And what's really funny about that is who I really am on the inside is constantly changing, even with the music, even with musical instruments. But I love Halloween. I love how Halloween, this holiday, brings out the little kid in most adults. And again, you get to see the psychology of who a person is by what kind of Halloween costume they choose. So tell me, in the comments section, are you a superhero? Are you a doctor? Are you a lawyer? Are you a monster? Are you dead? Are you alive? What are you for Halloween? Who are you going to be? And who are you really on the inside? Big happiness, health, hugs from Las Vegas. I hope everybody's doing well out there. It is my Monday. I'm going back to delivering pizza. Be happy, be safe.